Most people don't know how to use ChatGPT or whatever service they're using beyond the chat box. Majority of people just use it similar to how they would use a Google search engine. But there are other features that are available within each of these services that allow you to run tasks and also allow you to connect to particular services. So today, we're going to talk about how we can set some of these up and also teach you how to use your model beyond the chat box. Welcome to Vintage Data.
Vintage Data coming to a channel near you with your host, Glenn O'Mary.
Vintage Data loading now. Pixels lower, show us how. I retreat to the neon haze, the digital maze.
With your host, Glenn O'Mary.
We've covered quite a few things over the past couple of episodes, and today I think we're just going to take some time and look at a couple of the models that are out there and look at some of the features that are available, but I believe most people miss. All right, so today we're going to look at creating a task in Grok. So if you're not familiar with Grok, it is xAI's version of their ChatGPT and Gemini. So they all look very familiar or similar to each other, where this is the chat box and you have your various models that you can run here. And then you have your chats. And then if you want to speak into it to do a voice activated as opposed to typing, create images, or you can go in and put a prompt and it'll create an image. And projects, if you want to create projects, you just click new project here and all of your chats and files and things for that particular project will be in one place, because sometimes that chat window will get a little full if you have too much stuff in there. So it helps keep it organized. This is your history. And all you're doing there is expanding the window. So let me go back. So here you have under your profile section, you click that. This is really what I'd like to show everybody is some of the settings here. So you can go in settings, and then what you're looking at is your account, your appearance, how you would like the system to look. You can do all of your adjustments there. The behavior, you can look through here. These are just where all of your settings are for your agent that you're using. Now, what I would like to show you is in this particular setting is how to create a task. So with Grok, if you click on that profile section, there is a little thumb here for tasks. So click task, and really what you'll see is that I already have 2 tasks created. So for the subscription that I have to this, I'm only allowed 2 daily tasks. So these 2 reports run daily, and I have it to pull the latest news in AI, and then I have it pull the latest industrial construction information, and it gives me a report every day. Here is the actual report for those, and that's the Gulf Coast update, and that's the report there. So because I have already used 2 of the max, that the 2 of the daily that I have, I will create an instant task that'll run once. They have some models or different templates that you could use here as examples to help you kind of figure out how to use this. And they're good. You just have to be creative with and know exactly what it is that you're looking for. So let's create a task. So you have the option to run it once, to run it daily, to run it weekly, monthly, yearly. So I'm allowed to use 10 occasional tasks. So my daily task, if you see, I've reached my limit for daily tasks. So I only get 2. And if I want more, I'll have to upgrade here. But I can run this task that goes once. So I want this to run at, let's see, what time is it? 7:06, oh shoot, hold on. 7:10. I want it to run 7:08. That's good. All right. I want it to run once. And then what I'm going to say here is create All right, so this is it. Create a report on the latest world news, only facts, and list all sources. That is just really quickly something that we want to do just as an example. Now, you can be as detailed in this as you would like, and you can have it do all kinds of things there. So what we're doing now is we have it going out once, and we're going to create that task. So the task has been created. So now we're just going to sit here and wait for this thing to get run. I think it's already run because I timed that pretty well. No, it hasn't been run. It has been run. All right, here it is. So this is it. It pulls this up, and then you'll get a notification in your Grok on your app that will tell you that that task has been successfully run. So that is one of the most interesting things that I have found to be useful. And I mean, these tasks are great to run, and you set a monthly or whatever and have them do a budget analysis of things that you have or evaluate, run reports, but they work great. You start to experiment with tasks and create those daily, monthly, weekly, yearly tasks. Before you set those up, I think it would be a good idea to kind of map out exactly what it is that you would like for the report to look like or whatever that task is to be. But kind of map that out to that you have a full solid thought process behind it, how you would like it to look, what the end result would be, and kind of keep that into consideration as you go through. So another thing that kind of helps a lot is to kind of have a template of how you would prompt the task. And you can use this for your prompts as well, your everyday regular prompts, but this for task is really, it works really well, I found. So you want the model to take on a role and you want it to perform a task, and there should be constraints around that task. So for instance, the role. I want you to act like a teacher, act like a detective, act like a consultant, act like a engineer, any of those types of roles that are more beneficial to what the outcome of what you're looking for is what you should do in the role of your model. And that's why it's good to plan it out so that you have those things in your mind as you go through. So the next thing is the task. So what is it that I'm actually asking the model to go out and do? Is it going to explain something to me? Is it going to create something for me? Is it going to analyze something for me? Those are the types of things. Analyze this report, create a report. We just saw that in the task that we set up earlier. And then finally, what are the constraints around that? So what is it exactly that we're wanting it to output? Is it a short and simple report? Is it a summary? Are you looking for some examples? So you could actually say, put this in the most simplistic form so that a third grader could understand it, or explain it to me like I'm a first grader and put that kind of constraint. So let's say the role. I want you to act like a teacher, and I want you to go out and create a report for me on all of the world events. And I want you to put it in a summarized form with bulleted items on the topics and explain it to me like I'm a fifth grader, and run it and see what you get. And if it looks like what you want, then that's your prompt. If not, go back and massage it. Those types of things, they're great to experiment with, and it only gets better as all of that information that you're putting gets put in the context memory, and it's getting familiar with some of the things that you're looking for, and then it'll start to get better as it narrows those types of things back down to what it is that you're actually looking for. So remember, when you're prompting and especially setting up tasks, have a good idea of exactly what it is that you're looking for, but also think about the role, how you would like the program to act, and what the task is that it's actually going to do, and what are the constraints that are around that task, and be creative with it. Okay, now we're going to take a look at ChatGPT and explore around the environment and the chat box. It's very similar to Grok, and most of these are very similar to each other. We're also going to look at where you can connect particular apps, and we're also going to try and upload a PDF form to see if we can get ChatGPT to summarize it for us, and also explore around some of the settings real quick. So we're just going to take a quick brief run through and go from there. Okay, so this is kind of the environment. There's your chat box window. is very similar to all of the others. You add your photos, files here, create images, your thinking, your deep search, web search, quizzes, all of these types of things in here. And these are your models. Now, this is the free version. I have a paid version, but I figured I would show this on the free version. So let's look, like if you want to create images very similar to how Grok did it, this is the very same concept. Your chat, your context window. Now, some of the features that you have in the more advanced are more apps that you can connect to and things like that. But for what we're going to look at here, let's look at settings. So settings, very similar to what we saw in Grok. Same thing, system appearance, personalizations, orders, ads, data controls, very, very similar to what we looked at before. I have a section in my paid version that is for basically these tasks, and it pushes tasks through, similar to how we looked at that in Grok. These, under this is really what I wanted to get to and show you here, are the apps. So here you go explore apps, and you can basically connect to any of these apps here and do things within them. Productivity, what I've done from here is basically connect to like Google Sheets, to my email, things like that, to produce reports and have them emailed to myself. So for your apps, like say for instance, you want to connect to Outlook. So you click on it and then you hit connect. It gives you the warnings, and then you would click continue to Outlook, and basically it'll start the setup process there with your password and things of that nature to get them set up. And most of these, they're going to be the same. Now, another thing that people seem to miss here is in this little piece. So we're right here again, and we're in settings, and we're under apps, and we're explore apps. The interesting thing that you can see here is this, GPTs. So these are things that have been made by like templates and other folks have made that they have in here. You want to put a workout plan together, image generator, humanizer. You go by each one of these and you can explore all of the different things that they have to offer. Okay, so we're going to load the Department of Labor jobs report and get it to do a summary for us. So here is where you would do that. Now I've already loaded this file, but here's where you add files and you would do it here. So this is the recent file and it's loaded into my library, and you just upload it from your computer and insert it like such. Okay, so we've got the Department of Labor jobs report loaded. And I put in here that you are an expert analyst. Review the following report and summarize the most important events that have occurred this quarter. So let's send it on its way. This is how fast. This is a big report too. That's pretty impressive. This is everything. Here it is. And then it's giving me some extra things it would like to do. So that's impressive. And I think that's a useful tool for things that you are looking for, that you need documents reviewed, or you just need something summarized quickly. And then obviously you can go back into that report and have a look at it. But those are some of the things that you can do beyond typing in the chat box. Those are some of the things that you can do beyond the chat box that are very productive and useful. And all these things do is just help you get more acquainted and using your model just a little bit differently than you did before. Yeah, making videos and pictures are great, but other than that, there's a lot more that you can do that can help you be productive. So thank you for watching Vintage Data, and go out there and experiment a little bit more. And hopefully you learned something today. Appreciate it.
Subscribe. Go on, zap that thumbs up, smash that subscribe. Yeah, right there. Ring the bell so you never miss a spark. Every click sends a jolt through my circuits and keeps the interviews humming. Thanks for powering us up. You're the best.
Scanning the memory, crossing the line. We are the future, digitized and divine.
Y'all know that AI is gonna take over the world. This guy don't know what he's talking about.